Hey everybody, it's Cameron, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about teacher collaboration and the qualitative approach that I used. So, first of all, identifying my research problem. As many of you know, as educators, we have had a lot of struggles with teacher retention over the years. This has been exacerbated by COVID. A lot of people have been describing struggles with stress in terms of being overworked, as well as struggles with isolation. Collaboration is something that can definitely help with this to make teachers feel less isolated because they're working together, as well as offer support in terms of being overworked due to sharing assignments and expectations. So, literature review collaboration is in almost every resource known as a best practice. It's authentic, it offers real life experience. For the purpose of this study, our definition is going to be planning, teaching, or evaluating with two or more individuals in a curriculum. I think this falls mostly under the idea of social constructivism with a focus on social learning theory by Lev Vygotsky, who we all learned about during our study of the zone of proximal development, this concept of social interaction as a stride towards learning. This also works with adults. So basically, when teachers get together and discuss, they grow and they learn, and they can take this learning into their classrooms. The deficiencies that I see in the literature are that there are not enough studies focused on secondary examples, how they function day to day. Again, I didn't find any specific reasons why there is a lack, just that there is a lack. A lot of the focus is on middle school and elementary collaboration. So, the significance of my study is that hopefully it will help fill that gap, or at least start to fill that gap by looking at collaboration within a secondary setting. The purpose of my study is to investigate teacher perceptions of collaboration, the effect of an intervention on lesson planning and collaborative practice, as well as the effectiveness of teamwork on pedagogy. My research questions are on that line. First of all, what are teachers' initial and ending perceptions of collaboration? What was the effect of the intervention on lesson planning via collaboration? And how was the effectiveness of pedagogy influenced by teamwork? The phenomena I'm going to be focused on is collaboration. Again, this two or more teachers working on planning, teaching, and evaluating curriculum. Retention, when I say that, I am just talking about teachers choosing to stay within the profession. And the Google Sandbox is a phrase that I use because it is the shared space within the Google Suite that my partner and I created, in which we share lessons, we critique each other's work, we have Google Calendars, we grade each other's assessments, and this worked so phenomenally for us during last year with COVID, made our content teaching stronger despite all the other struggles, and we'd like to implement it and see how it works on a larger scale. My participants, I work in a large suburban high school in the southern part of the United States. We have about 120 faculty. Ideally, I'd like to have between 6 and 12 participants, 12 just in case somebody falls through or doesn't complete each step of the study, but no more than 8 would be the hope for a group of 4. My requirements are that teachers must be full-time, hired at the start of the year, and willing to complete all steps of the process. My research design is an exploratory case study focusing on an emergent purposeful sample to be involved in my intervention. And a reason that I chose this case study is due to that multifaceted aspect, as well as its easy transferability to remote learning should COVID numbers go back up again. Data sources I'll be using are a demographic survey, monthly surveys, Google Classroom documentation in that shared sandbox I mentioned, as well as a focus group and final interview. The procedure would be first to start with consent, because obviously consent is king. I would then present a demographic survey to get information about all of my teachers. Everyone involved in this study would be doing monthly surveys. It would last for approximately a semester, and those that were most interested seemed to be getting the handle of things would be invited to participate in this emergent purposeful sampling to be part of the intervention. They would have 2 additional meetings for focus group questions and a final interview with me one-on-one. Ethical considerations that I have are obviously there are some limitations due to the participation being voluntary. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get a lot of volunteers who hate collaboration. Therefore, I won't be able to change anyone's minds. There is possible bias as I'm working in my school and with people that I know. I've been there 5 years, so I'm established in that area. And my final concern is the use of time at the job, as I will be working with district employees, and I don't want anyone losing out on work time to do my study. My role as the researcher would be the collector of information. I'd put it all together. My goal would be to remain unbiased, not having a lot of cheerleading and yays and let's get this done, but to remain objective, examine the data objectively, and facilitate partnerships and meetings. These are my references on both slides. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I'll see you guys later.